It's J Mike, guys, and I'm in the Philippines. In a couple of seconds, I'm going to do a quick sound check. Welcome, everyone. If you're in the Western Hemisphere, good evening. It's morning time here, 9:30 a.m. Almost, it's coming up on 9:30. And I don't know why I'm going to refresh that. Just waiting on the sound check. Should be starting any time. Let's see. How I changed my life moving to the Philippines. We see a lot of vloggers. Now, there's a lot of expats here.
Ate, bakit saan maging maganda? Ang ganda, nasa...
We'll mute that. That's good. The sound check is good. Let's get back to the live stream. I don't know what's going on here. I'm having screen errors. It's J Mike, guys. So, how I changed my life moving to the Philippines. Sandy Moonstone's here. Good morning. Nice to see you. We're just getting started, so thank you for coming in, guys. We'll break into this slowly, as usual. How I changed my life moving to the Philippines. Well, there's so many vloggers here, and obviously not everyone is vlogging, but a lot will tune in. Blessed are those that don't have YouTube or any other Facebook type of thing. God loves you. I don't have the. Sometimes I'm a stats guy, but I don't know if it matters. If you're not listening, I guess you're never going to hear this, so that won't matter. But I am married here. Now, I've been coming to the Philippines. Maayon buntag din po. Brett Worship, thank you for coming in. Sandy Moonstone. Neo Rider by Maayon buntag. Norma speaks Cebuano, and she speaks a lot of Cebuano to me, but I never hear her say that to me. Maayon buntag, she doesn't say that. They say good morning. It's so funny because I learned the basics, magandang umaga, magandang gabi, all that. Salamat, maraming salamat, all that stuff before my first trip. And I walked into the hotel and I wasn't up to the desk yet, and I didn't say anything. And the people behind the front desk said, "Good morning, sir. May we help you?" in English. And I went, "Oh, yeah, I'm checking in." So I forgot some of the phrases. I got a lot of them written down, but I'm not reading them every single day, so they slip my mind. But Tagalog is spoken here. Now I know that there are some online sites saying that you can meet a Filipino because they're fluent English speakers. Some are, but not everyone. My nephew was here for Saturday and Monday to do some work. He knows some words in English because they use English words, but and maybe a phrase or two, but he can't speak English. Thank you, Neo Rider 27, big supporter right there. Thank you so much. So my job on YouTube is I gotta get people to like me. So I do videos with Norma, but we're still filling each other out even after all this time because YouTube is like a job, so we gotta do that. Now, so we sing a couple of duets, but we're not singing every day. So some of them we do well, but others, it's hard enough to do karaoke. But when you're doing a duet, you really need more practice on the duet because you're working with each other. So song needs. Everyone expects the song to be perfect. When you're listening to the radio or whatever, Pandora, whatever it is, Daniel Barry. Good morning, Daniel Barry. When you're listening to the online music, that's the work of the perfect creation. Okay, guys, after 99 cuts, we're gonna record you. The 100th is a take. We're gonna make a record. And the Carpenters brag that they did Superstar on one take. It's hard to believe that, but I'm not saying it isn't true. But hard to believe. This morning I'm still having my coffee. I changed. So some Filipinos are fluent in English. It's so funny that I'm told in order to work at a major hotel, Scott, hold far. Hey, Scott, what's going on? Hold on. Don't go away. We're just getting started. I'm hoping that it's a good show today, but I don't think it's always possible that we do karaoke, but I don't think so. I just gave you a jacket. Thank you for coming in. Um, this is Mia Ryder. I love Mia Ryder because I didn't ask for support, and she's supporting me, so that's a good thing. Thank you so much. And thank you for that thumbs up too. I appreciate that. Especially in the beginning of the live stream, thumbs up is more important at the beginning than at the end. Because as as you stay live, each thumbs up will give you more impressions going out to people that are connected with us. So that's how that works. I just had an itch. It's like right at the tip. Itchy. All right, so um, where was I? You guys distracted me. You got to give me something to read, and that's what I'll talk about eventually. So even Norma speaks English, Tagalog, and Cebuano. She talks to me in Cebuano and Tagalog, but some English too. But her English isn't perfect. It's not like I'm talking to another American. It doesn't work that way. A lot of Filipinos will say nosebleed. They don't understand it because they do, but they don't. It's kind of weird. I guess it's harder, more work to try to process. So they can process certain things, but support Neo. Is it Neo Rider? Yeah, it's hard. I'm getting old. I'm an old fart. Old fart. Us older people. In my first year, maybe 2 years, my first 2 years on YouTube, I was spending 17 hours a day, 18 hours a day on YouTube. I was the phone app gives you the warning, it's time for bed. You dismiss that quickly. It was fun, but and I'm trying to support everybody, but I'm also trying to grow my mind. I support the people with millions of subscribers, not because they have high subscribers, but because they're putting out content that I need, that my brain says, I need this. I wanna know that. I wanna know what's going on in the world. I don't want fake news from the television media. All television media around the world is giving you untruths, and they're spinning it like crazy. So that because the big lie is that if you tell enough people enough times, over and over to enough people, and you don't stop, they will eventually book it in their brains as truth, as fact. We've been lied to all our lives. So that's all I'll say about that. I don't want to really talk about that. It's always there. It's affecting us because they have dastardly plans. It's true. Not everyone out there is looking out for you guys. There are people here that, months ago I was arguing with people and we were fighting, and I said, but wait a minute. We don't completely understand each other, but I'm going to tell you this. We're both fighting the same enemy, whether you realize it or not. We have the same enemies, and they don't care about us. Sean Williams is here. Awesome. Make a love shout out, Sean Williams. Rome Scott. So we're all in this together, guys. If you're not named, forgot his first name, Fink, Larry Fink. If your name is not Larry Fink or George Soros or Bill Gates or anything like that, you're not on their side. You're not. Um, so, but we're talking about the Philippines here. I guess I got to keep it to that. Filipinos don't like it when you talk about world events or the world order. Globalists. Globalists are not your friends, guys. They'll tell you they're fixing your life, but they're not your friend. YouTube, by technically now, that doesn't mean every employee, but technically YouTube is a globalist because they're accepting, um, I don't want to say donations, they're accepting investment money from the big conglomerates. That makes them globalists. us back automatically. So if you have a public stock and BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, the big banks, big pharma, and big business, if they start investing in you, they're going to try to tell you how to run your business, which is, hire this many blacks, this many Hispanics, don't have a zero carbon footprint, all that stuff. Uh, that's what they're going to say to you. Thank you for coming in, guys. If you're enjoying the show, you might consider smashing that like button. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming in and viewing. Thank you for the view. It's awesome. Um, so they're not as fluent. Some are. Some are very fluent. The I don't want to get into the job descriptions, but some speak better English than others. So we have lots of not only cousins, and Norma has 6 siblings. 2 have already passed. Norma's the youngest, but a lot of her cousins and nieces and nephews. There's so many nieces and nephews that we're in 3 figures here. So they don't all speak. They all Filipinos know a little English, but they can't like follow what I'm saying. If I'm talking like globalists in the New World Order, they won't be able to follow me. Blessings, Charlene here. Marty's here. Thank you guys for coming in. Um, so most Filipinos speak some English. Norma, Norma speaks a lot of English, but there's still some things she struggles with, like he and she. She says she's speaking about a guy, and she says he said or he did, and I went, no, she's speaking about a guy, and she'll say she said this or she said that, and I'll say yeah, he did, and she goes yeah, that's what I said. He. I said no, you make that mistake all the time, but that's okay. It's just hard for us Westerners because we use he and she. It sets my thought process like, who the heck are we talking about? She, who's she? So it throws us off. But it doesn't happen to Filipinos, but different things throw them off. So, which is difficult. So, Filipinos can easily be found online. That's why I want to talk about the online dating sites. There's a lot of them, but I recommend Christian Filipina, guys. It's the only way to go. If you don't have a Christian wife, you're gonna wonder how come I've had bad luck all of a sudden. Like in my early days, way back, even before I was first married, I used to tell people I pay my rent winning poker games, and whenever I said that to an older woman, she would go, "Oh, lucky in cards, unlucky in love, eh?" Because that was true. Uh, true. But because the devil's following me, that's why. So the devil takes away, or God doesn't bless me, which lets the devil in. Right? In your background, okay, Charlene, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just smash that like button. That's all I ask. Smash that like button. Thank you so much. We're going to get that into the double digits, guys. Um, I used to do, not often, but every once in a while I would do, can we get 100 thumbs up in twerk? And then we would hit 100, but it would take like 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours. But I don't want to go much over 3 or 4 hours today. It doesn't really do anything. The beautiful people, A, B, C, D. Hey, Darren, what's going on, Darren? I'm trying to count your ninjas. It's awesome. I gave you a jacket if you want to. I gave not a jacket. I gave you the ladder. If you want to come up, I emailed that to you. You can come up, but you got to answer questions truthfully. That's a red flag. Ding ding. Can't do that. Can't do that. I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything. Nothing. So, how I changed my life moving to the Philippines. First of all, you need a godly woman. This dating stuff, if you date to find a spouse, if you're not ready for marriage, you're not ready for dating. People don't understand that. Oh, some do, but I'm talking about the some who don't. So if we let's chop that 50-50. Half of you don't understand that. If you're not ready for dating, you're not ready for marriage. It's like if marriage is, you know, you're going to get married, but you're not married. You know that dating is for marriage. You have to be ready for that, or you're not ready for dating. Now, where you find your date, you're going to find, some girl that hangs out in a bar room that you don't know how many guys she's had sex with, right? And then you're in love with her. If that's the case, and then bad things happen, and then you're doing videos, don't trust Filipino women. They'll rip you off and scam you because you didn't find a Christian woman. Most Filipinas are Christian and family oriented, but if you have that, that small percentage of women in the bars and wherever you find them, good things won't happen to you. And that's the truth, and that's the answer. It's the secret. When you find that right person, you see a lot of videos. If your woman says any of these 6 things, leave her immediately. Norma always passes those tests. So I know who you are, Darren. When you said hello, all you beautiful people, I knew it was you. Because everyone's, that's what the left says. That's what the devil says. We're beautiful people. No, you're not. It shows on your sleeve. In the mirror is a different thing. You look at your face. We're all people. We all have, you can look at yourself and say, I'm so used to myself. I got to live with myself. I might as well love myself. So, but the religion of self, being selfish, is a sin. It's a sin. Pride is a sin. You can be proud of your family or the accomplishments of your children. That's not self-pride. That's different. So don't mistake what I'm saying, guys. You can be proud of an accomplishment, but if you're just prideful, that's a different thing. The other secret for Filipinas, the women, especially the women, is they love their families. Now, Norma has over 50 people related to her. It's between 50 and 100, let's put it that way. Probably closer to 100. Some have passed away, but they love their families. Norma's nieces and nephews and cousins and brothers and sisters are more important than her husband. But I'm important. She serves me. But if somebody that's related to Norma rings that bell or not, kicks on the gate, dog starts barking, they're coming in. It's not like, okay, I didn't know they were coming. I'm not letting them. Well, I'm going to let them in, but I'm going to say you got to go. That doesn't happen. They don't get kicked out. It's like, what are you doing here? My brother did that once. What are you doing here? I'm not ready for company. You got to leave. Right? And then he wondered why I never visited. uh, so they, unlike Western culture, when most kids, especially the boys, they move out as soon as they're 18 or as soon as they can find a place. And then with high rents now, they're looking for roommates. In the Philippines, children usually never move out. I know a woman that's 50. She just turned 50. She still lives with her mother. But she's married and with children. I think she has 2 kids. And the kids are fairly much grown up. The youngest, I think, is 20. 20 or right around 20 or 21. So he had a bad accident when he was 19. So about a year ago on his motorcycle, he flipped on the bike and he roughed himself up pretty good. He had pavement scrape on his face. So, but he's fine now. Thank God he's okay. So he needed a new bike. So be careful out there, guys. Be careful. But they're family. They're together. Um, it's economic, but they truly love each other. It's funny. The Filipino family plays an important role. Maybe the most important thing. What do I have here? This isn't my order of things. They are religious. But, you know, God says put God first. They're fluent English speakers. Probably the best English speaking country in Asia, but most of them are not fluent in English, which is why you should learn some Tagalog. And if you're looking for them online, use Christian Filipina. It's worth it. It's worth having the right woman for your wife. She'll bring you good luck. Because luck alone will bring, wishing on luck alone will bring the devil into you and think good things won't happen. If you're with the wrong woman, good things won't happen to you. And you'll wonder why. Why do I get a beautiful woman that I have wonderful sex with, but all the other things are bad luck? Why? Why? And where did my money go? She's working against you. Don't let the poontang fool you, guys. That's temporary. Bum and poontang is temporary, no matter how much fun it is. Shane, if it worked out, mega love shout out. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, guys. Thank you, and thank you for smashing that thumbs up button. We don't always get that. Every once in a while, we get 100, but that's only when we. If I spend 4 hours saying, "Please, we're trying to get 100," we might get 100, but I don't want to do that. Yes, thank you, guys. ET, good morning, Jay. Norma's here, but she's busy. So we're not always on the screen together. I know I used her in the thumbnail because I wanted that design. Know you're Filipino. So ET is here. Mega Live shout out. ET. ET. Or is it Etty? Is it Etty or ET? I keep reading it wrong because you get caps in there and it screws me up. When the caps are in the wrong place, it could be ET. I'm not sure what that stands for, though. I just don't know. Rin Chai is here. Awesome. Etty, hello. Thanks for coming in, Etty. Rin Chai and Etty. Let's see. I got to settle my mind. The chat pulls my mind into different avenues, and then I forget what I'm talking about. Everyone that steps in changes my mind. So it's Tuesday morning here, guys. Monday night over there in the West. If you're in the West, it's Monday night. So I can't say enough about Filipino families. They are everything to a Filipino. If you're dating a girl with no family and she's just hanging out with you like 24/7, that's a red flag, guys. You should actually be thankful that there's a family member around. I remember when the first year I was here, it wasn't day one, but they had a birthday party for me. It was almost exactly on. I got here on December 9th, I think. So almost exactly 2 months later, on February 6th, they had a birthday party. So, but even after that, her brother didn't say anything to me then. He was happy. But then, like, he came back again a couple of months later, and he goes, "You hurt my sister, I'll kill you." It's like, really? But it's because the family loves family, and they don't want anything bad to happen to theirs. So he, you know, the father's gone, so he took it upon himself to say that. I said, "That's fine." I have no ill will towards a brother saying that. That's kind of his job. Love to everyone in the house. May I drop my link? Drop your link, Renchai. Drop a link to an upcoming live stream or your most recent video. Make them watch a video. Don't just put it to your channel. That's why subscriber counts go up and down because they subscribe, they leave. I'm supporting you. No, you're not. I need people to watch 50% of my video. That's why I do a lot of shorts, because then they watch the whole thing. That doesn't hurt. I'm still shadow banned though. That I'm not getting all the viewers on all my regular videos. But someone said, I said that in a different live stream, and someone said, "You're doing better than me." I said, "Well, a lot of people on YouTube are finding it difficult. They don't just people won't just watch anything. You know, if they see Mr. Beast, oh, I got to see Mr. Beast's new video. It's awesome. Those are kids. You know, he won't say that I'm getting kids to watch me because they're not under 13 or 13 to 18, I guess, kids. But to me, 18 to 29 is a kid. If you're in your 20s or your late teens, you're still a kid to me. I wouldn't date a 25-year-old woman or 21, 22, 23, 24. I wouldn't even think of dating them those ages. There's nothing, because we've been married since for almost 3 years. So there comes a time in your marriage where the honeymoon's over. You're going to have stuff in common, and you need to put God first, or bad things start happening. Bad luck comes in, and now, and it's not good when that happens. You get a new wife or a new girlfriend, and then that's fine, but everything else is bad luck. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. You gotta start wondering, what's wrong with my wife? I'm not getting good luck. That's how you know. And that's the reason you need a godly woman. It only works that way, Sean Williams. That's good. DT, welcome. I'm great. Mom and Dad fine. It was nice weather, warm day here. We all enjoy the garden place. Sean, summer's finally here. I guess back in the Northeast, they get a lot of weather from the cold, like Greenland and Labrador. There's still some cold weather up there coming from near the North Pole, and it just prevails in the springtime. A lot of that. And the years you're hoping for early spring the most is the time when you get it. So they get like periodic warm days, and then the next day it's chilly. It's like, what is going on? I hated that. It's like all this waiting for winter to go away, and now we get a cold spring day. It's almost summertime, though. Hard to believe that June 4th, it's still technically not summer. So New England reflects that. So the New England weather, it's tough to be in New England sometimes, but they love it. They have no choice. They say, "Oh, you can't handle the cold. So why should I?" If it dips if it goes down to 79 or 78 here, that's cool. I enjoy it for a day or so, but it does feel cool. Now, when you say Filipinos also love food, everyone loves food. You gotta have food. But Filipinos love a feast, which means they may not eat more than you or consume more calories, but there's more different types of food at every Filipino food fest. Every occasion where the relatives are visiting, and they do it a lot, there's an excuse every month to visit, maybe sometimes every week or two. But what happens is everyone brings food, and then there's so many different choices of food. It's like you're gonna get full, and it may be your last meal of the day, or they might eat twice. They might just leave it out and eat twice. But eating, drinking, and being merry, it's always a good. There's almost never any trouble. Can't say never, but it's always a festival, an occasion, anniversary, birthday, just simple get together. There will definitely be an extravagant spread laid out. That is true. Not just, okay, guys, today we're having spaghetti, or we're going to have pizza today, or we're going to have wings, or whatever it is. Like, some people will just go buy like 5 pizzas, and then, okay, today's pizza day, and there might be 10 or 20 people there, but everyone's eating pizza. No. Filipinos it's the whole shebang every time. There's no exceptions. every time relative. Now, if one or two visit, that's different. But it's usually when there's the number goes over 10, and then 10, 15, 20, 19, 25, whatever. That's when we have all the different foods. I prefer to grow fruits and herbs and spices. That's what we do, AT. ET. We we have peppers growing, the jalapenos. We have like two pepper trees. We have a pineapple growing. We have jackfruit. I don't like jackfruit, but they love it. They're like the big. They look like big grenades, but they're bigger than my head. And we had about seven of them. I think they're all picked. There might be one left. We have papaya. I just, for some reason, I don't like the smell of the jackfruit. I don't eat it, but they all love it. They just normal when you cut them, they make like two or three buckets, the Tupperware buckets. We buy those. We buy like 10 of those buckets, and then you snap on the cover, and then she gives it for them to take away, and they just, oh yeah, give me that. They love it. I just can't get used to the smell. I don't. It just for some reason just turns me away. I don't like it. What else do we have? We have mangoes. We have the apple mangoes and the yellow mangoes. Now, I really like the yellow mangoes, but the apple mangoes, ours are the most sweet and delicious. So being here actually made me change my mind about mangoes. I thought the yellows were the best. Where I was living, the yellows were the best. Maybe just because that's all I wanted to buy. But when I got here, we get the yellow mangoes first. They came out first in April and May, and I was like, yeah, this is heaven. And then the apple mangoes fell, and after we had so many of the yellows, I started eating the apples, going, wow, what a difference! These are awesome. So there's just so much food, and it's safe to say that your Filipina girlfriend's family will stuff you with food any chance to. If you finish your rice first on the plate, someone will be spooning more rice on your plate, and it's just like, why are you doing that? Why? Why? No! My brain tells me how much I'm going to eat, right? And then when I finish my rice, there's more rice, and I'm like, what's going on here? I can't handle that. But that's just me. Norma's different, so she always wants to put more, or soup too. They're like, you want more soup? More soup? You want more, more, more? They're trying to impress you, I guess. And the other thing is, here's the next one. They want you to meet their entire family. I know Westerners don't do that. It's like, okay, I know my husband likes me, or my boyfriend loves me, but he might not want to meet my whole family. Filipinos want you to meet their entire family. We've been to so many pool parties where half the family's there, and then we're talking about numbers of over 50, and that's only half. And then a different relative has a pool party, and then there's another 40 or 50, and that's a different section of people. It's like, what is going on here? And they're all related. So whether they're cousins or nieces and nephews, and there's a lot of children. All the women that are in their 20s and 30s, and it's usually closer to 30, because when they're younger, they don't want to settle down because marriage is permanent, which it should be. Marriage is permanent here. So, I mean, unless there's a disaster where if you're abandoned, you still have to go to court. It's not easy. There's still a trial. It's not just, okay, he abandoned you, okay, you're separated. No, it doesn't work that way. It does cost money. It costs money, and you got to get the government off your back. My jackfruit got stolen by the squirrels and monkey when they are high up to win some losses. So win some, lose some. So, LOL. Once they get big, the squirrels can't touch them because they're bigger than a basketball. Ours are huge. So, and they get big fast. So if they're babies, maybe, but the jackfruit that we have, they're so big that the squirrels and even the monkeys maybe can't take them unless they just rip into them. Maybe that's what I'm not sure what they're doing. So maybe. papaya here too. I'm not crazy. I can eat a little bit of that. I'm not really crazy about it. It's got a, like a bland, sort of semi-sweet. It's not sour or anything like that, but um, I'm not big on fruit. Fruit is high in sugar. It's a starch, so I see. No, don't eat like 7 kinds of fruit all day long. That's why Filipinos' thick skin is you're breaking out like crazy, like a kid. That's part of the reason. And the other thing, the next one, they don't say much about. Okay, let's finish up with. They want you to meet their entire family. So if you're dating a Filipino and it's serious, she'll say the word serious. A lot of Filipinos will just, that's their English word, serious. When they say that, it means she wants you to meet her family and know who she is dating. They want to know. The family does not mean just immediate family. Family includes parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, siblings, cousins, and and their children. The whole deal. Even her family will be very keen to know who their girl is dating. So I didn't know how important Nona was for a while. I knew she was important right away, but because we had a party in 2 months, less than 2 months, my birthday party. It was the best birthday party I ever had. They sang happy birthday 4 times to me, and it was like 4 different groups of people singing happy birthday. It was like weird. Not weird, but it was different for me. It's like usually there's just a quick cake and a quick happy birthday. There's 5 or 6 people. Hey, thank you guys. But there was like 25 people. We just kept party lasted all day and night. It was unbelievable. How do you eat and drink and not get too drunk all day and night? It's like fantastic. I had to have a phone interview with Mama's daughter and Mama's daughter's husband, who live in Australia, before we got married. She said, I can't say I do until they talk to you. I said, oh, okay. And I didn't know what to say, and I just started talking to them. I was just myself. I just let myself be myself, and they said they liked me. So the other thing about Filipinos, and if you don't like this, if your neighbors are a problem with this, and you don't like it, you're not going to be able to live here. Because sooner or later, you're going to get a neighbor that does this. We can hear it in the background outdoors, like we don't know where it's coming from because I suspect it's coming from different places. And sometimes we're guilty. We do it. So, and it's karaoke. Karaoke. The, the Japanese say karaoke, but it's karaoke. And the Westerners say karaoke. So it's always been the in thing in the Philippines. Filipinos believe that they'll tell you that it was a Filipino creation that the Japanese turned into something big. The Japanese took it and moved it forward, I guess. It's associated with leisure activities of almost all of the Filipino population. So there you go. There you have it. She will definitely meet you. They'll give you the mic. That's what they did to me. They handed me the mic. I don't sing. I sing now, but I didn't. I never sang before, and then all of a sudden I had to start singing. And it's fun. Souvenirs are a must. Now, every once in a while, Norma and I need to travel, but this time we're traveling to the Messiahs, where there's more family. So the we have to bring pasalubong, which is a souvenir, and we have to bring like a bunch of things for people. I don't know what. I hope they have it covered. I hope Norma has it covered because I don't know what to do. What exactly would be most pleasurable? It's a tad more important to Filipinos that you bring when you travel, especially with relatives, family. You got to bring them pasalubong. Every time you make a trip, make sure you bring a bag full of souvenirs for your Filipino and her family and friends. They all have to get. I was told that when I first came here, the first trip here, and I was told I knew that there was going to be X number of people, and they would all be girls because they're my girlfriend's friends. So they're all women. So I had to bring them all. It wasn't women for me to sleep with or anything, um, but they all expected fine chocolate because it's expensive to them. So I brought like Ghirardelli and lint truffles and things like that, and Cadbury's, all those different. I had like a big bag full of them, and it was like that's seventh heaven to them. And the other thing is Tampo. Tampo is a mood. If a Filipino will get upset, and she'll go Tampo. It's not a problem that you need to stick a gun to her head and say stop that. That's not the solution because you'll lose her that way. Tampo, roughly translated to English, means sulking or pouting. The we say they go Tampo, not Tampo, Tampo, Tampo. Squabbles and fights. It's if but she expects you to go suyo, which is it's affection. Two words are bouncing around in my head. Suyo is affection, I think. Yeah, showing affection. So you gotta care about her. She has to know that you care about her and her feelings. A lot of men don't. They think, no, I have to have feelings. Women want me to have feelings. That was that movie with Brendan Fraser, um, where he's getting wishes from the female devil, and he mistakes a woman's desires in a man that the man has to have feelings. But women desire men who understand and care about the woman's feelings. And men make that mistake. Some men do make that mistake. I'll call it 50%. I had a guy. He was years ago. I was I was about 39 or 40 years old, right around there. So it was back in the early 90s. This guy's a little bit younger than me, but not all that much. A bit, maybe 10 years younger than me. And we worked together. And he was trying to get on the police force, and so he was an auxiliary cop, I guess is what they called it. And one day he says to me, Jay, what's the secret? Oh, and I said to him, I ended up basically saying the secret is love the one you're with and pay attention to her and ignore all others as your lover. Don't do that. Don't chase women. I didn't say it all in these words now. Obviously I've learned how to say it better now. But um, I said, first thing I said was, what did you do Friday night? This might have been like early in the week. I said, what did you do on Friday? He said, I had pizza and beer at Kathy's house and we watched the movie. I, I said, what did you just say? I said, I had pizza and beer at Kathy's house and we watched the movie. I said, so she trusts you. He goes, how do you know? I said, no self-respecting woman would have a guy she barely knows at her house on a Friday night of all nights and have beer and pizza and watch a movie. She thinks you're her boyfriend. He goes, no, it's not like that. I don't think that way of her. I said, well, she does. I guarantee you, if you were at her house on a Friday night drinking beer and having pizza and watching a movie, she trusts you as her boyfriend. I said, it doesn't work any other way. He goes, I never thought of that. I always wanted, a cute girl like Debbie. I said, it doesn't work that way. I said, Janan Mixed Creations, thank you for coming in. I don't have screen post for comments right now, but thanks for coming in. Thank you for the hearts and the like. If you hit that thumbs up, I appreciate that, guys. It's the three dots at the top if you're on phone, and it's just right click and no, it's just click the thumbs up on online if you're on computer. So the secret is you gotta love the one you're with. When that song came out, I didn't understand it. Love the one you with. Um, I think that was the '70s song. I just thought, oh, any girl that is next to me, I gotta love her. No, that's not what it meant. See that the misunderstanding of words and phrases is the big problem in the world. People don't understand what you're telling them. You're gonna love the one that's spending time with you and you trusting you and giving you information that she wouldn't give out to everybody. Sitting in her apartment alone on a Friday night watching a movie. You're not married. You've only been seeing each other a couple of times. You're starting to hang out and spend. That's valuable time. He goes, I didn't look at it that way. Oh, what a hot chick. Be careful what you wish for. Don't, don't love someone just because you think she's hot. Don't do that. When I was in my teens, the one or two chicks I dated, they were always thin, good looking, and then when they're 25, it's like, she changed. Why did she get fat? Or whatever. Um, women grow old more immensely than men. Almond Chris, we can do it. Really? Check your sun settings because I think we're good. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check the sound card for this. Hold on, do an extended sound check here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Check it out. Maybe I'm just not talking loud enough. I'm not sure. I'm gonna unplug and plug this mic back in. Oops. All right, it's not snapping, but I think. How's that? Maybe I'm just laid back, my look. Could just be me. Let me mute that. Let me mute that. That's the best I can do, right? I guess. I don't need this. So, what I do need is I'm going to check that water reservoir. All right, A, B, C, D. The power mic is no good. Spoken from a person that doesn't use a mic. You're just using your laptop. I'm on phone right now. The power mic is no good. Uh, I'm not loud. I don't. I'm not sure. Not sure why. Um, Courting a Filipina, guys. Courting a Filipina. Let's talk about that. Maybe if I raise my voice, it'll be better. About the phone settings. We'll worry about that later, guys. Mary Me's here. Marry me. Awesome. Almond Chris, thanks for hanging out. I'll give you a jacket. Thank you so much. So, courting a Filipino. Filipinos are, first of all, most Filipinos are old fashioned. I always hear people, they come here for a short time and then they say, that ain't true. But this is given to me by a professional Filipina who is surrounded by many people that are working to get this information out there. They are one of the sites for Filipinos, for Filipino dating. It's Christian Filipino guys that I recommend. Now, even though it's a price, the Filipino doesn't have to pay. She can use a free account, and then the Westerner will pay. And it won't take forever, unless you're a retard. It won't take forever to find the right girl to marry you guys. Most Filipinos are old-fashioned and will want to be courted to have their friends and family courted by you. You need to court her friends and family, or it's not going to work out. Howdy, 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 Columbia fan. Am I right? Do you know? I can't highlight the comment. I don't know. I'm on the phone version. You will need to court your wife's family and friends. You know, we usually have that when we party. And when we party, there's tons of food. And I don't just mean quantity, I mean variety. Filipinos don't just have a pizza party or a hot wings party or a spaghetti party. They or burgers. What are we having? We're having burgers and hot dogs. Okay, and chips. No, they have the whole shebang. They'll have everything. They'll have rice and potatoes and pasta and um, noodles and then other things too. Um, there's always everything. There's like 4 or 5 desserts. There's booze. There's always liquor and beer and sometimes wine. When I heard a particular Westerner came here and didn't like the idea of buying beer for the party, it's no surprise that they rejected him. He says that he rejected them, but that ain't true. I'm sure they didn't cry about his departure. They like to be honored, appreciated, and swept off their feet by the man of their dreams. They like to be sure that there's a future in it. So when Mike did that, she found out, you know, it's hard to believe she had sex with him. They're not just little fuck machines. It doesn't. That's never going to work. You can't just grab somebody for sex. It doesn't work that way. That could get you killed, especially if she has family nearby. Especially if they can see you. So now I had to be approved by Norma's daughter and her brothers, her brother, her nephews, mostly nieces and nephews, but because there's more of them, I have to be friendly to all of them. Respect. You have to respect her in every way. For you not to understand that, and to tell me you came back here and married somebody, what is she, the only child? The only child of an only child who married an only child. I mean, that's what would happen. That doesn't happen here. When we had our first baby, the doctor was the founder, the creator of in vitro fertilization. That was our baby doctor. He said, "So how many are you going to have?" And we said, "No, we're only going to have one." And he goes, "No, I'm serious. How many are you going to have? No, how many are you hoping for?" And my wife said, "We're not having any more." And he goes, "You're going to have more." And she goes, "No, we don't want any more." He goes, "Yeah, but you're going to have more." And finally, my first wife said, "How do you know?" He goes, "Because you had one." That's how I know. The very thing that creates your first baby is going to create more. And we ended up with 4. Right, Charlene? Good night. Good night, Charlene. Negative shout out. All right, so you think you respect the Filipino. You having any trouble with any of her family members? That's an issue with respect. Or she's ungodly, or she's godly. She's likely godly, but you're ungodly. And then that doesn't mean, you're an axe murderer. Um, Being ungodly doesn't necessarily mean you're an axe murderer. there's a lot of sin that we think is okay. It's okay because I said so. It's okay because society, the Methodist Church, I think it's the Methodists, they're now accepting LGBT into their priesthood or their pastorship. It's like, no, you can't do that. Almond Chris, you can't do that. Marry me? You can't do that as and then remain Christian. That's ungodly because God gave us His word, and His word is in the Bible. And anyone who attempts to change that is doomed. That's why the Catholic Church is doomed because you can't just be. It's not a sin to follow the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church committed the sin by bringing in 10 things that they say you need to do to be saved and go to heaven, but those are all unbiblical. So you got to know that. And so, I mean, you can be Catholic, but if you don't know, if the Catholic Church doesn't admit that, then there's an issue there. So there's a growing Christian population in the Philippines. People are becoming saved by accepting Christ and not the church. It's okay to go to church, but if you don't accept Christ the way the Bible says he wants, then that's not totally godly. Movies! I did not know this. I thought, okay, Filipinos are loving, so they want to watch love stories. Yeah, sometimes. But the favorite films of most Filipinos are action adventure. Yeah. We watched like 4 Hitman movies in normal. She was like holding tight on me, like all cuddled up watching Hitman movies. And I went, okay, that's enough. After like 4 or 5 of them, I said, we're not doing this anymore. Because the movies themselves are ungodly. But they like the action adventure. Martial arts, they love that. Steven Seagal, Jackie Chan, even Claude Van Damme, those, they love it, the martial arts. It's not because it's Asian, martial arts is Asian, but because it's just the type of movie it is. Horror and science fiction. Norman's not too big on horror and science fiction, but that's what they're telling us. So just know that they get bored through long dramas, and many times don't understand the humor from different countries. Like Americans don't understand British humor. Now, if you understand British humor, you might not understand Australian humor, so, or whatever it is. So it's hard to understand because you got to understand the culture first. If you don't know the culture, you don't know the humor. Who's loving me? I'm seeing those hearts. I don't. Who is it? Frogman. Hi, sir, from Philippine Navy SEALs Unit. You get a jacket. Hold on. Don't go away. We're just getting started. So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. That's awesome. Awesome. What is our peak here? Oh, we had a bad day on was it Friday? It must have been a getaway day. I didn't have any regulars here at all on Friday. No, can't explain. Don't know why. YouTube says they don't blacklist or shadow ban people, but they have other ways of doing that. Like they won't prioritize you. Um, so it's not worth buying promotion um, time from Google when they say that they give you 100,000 impressions and they got 10,000, almost 11,000 views. That doesn't pay off. That doesn't make sense. I'm not getting $50 for a $50 investment. Why would I invest $50? No, they're saying, well, it's growing your channel, Jay, because that's true. So, but I'm just going to put that on hold for now. 18 people. Thank you, guys. Not bad. We still have a ways to go, though. Not the best, but that's okay. I guess consistency is the key too. So we have to stay consistent here. I'm not consistent on the day of the week. So not totally, not like some of the companies that are doing. Frogman, did I give you a jacket yet? Yep. If you post again, Frogman, you will see the blue. You will be in blue. A, B, C, D, you are a troll. I'm not giving you a jacket. Now, if you come in here with your main channel, you'll see that you still have a jacket. So, and I sent you the link to come up here. I sent you a link, and right now there's a link posted. I'm just asking for a thumbs up on that. It's my newest video, guys, featuring Christian Filipina. So it's hard to when we're doing a live stream, and it's new that I'm doing that format with Norma because it has to be precise, so it's hard to do that. We're not just winging it on the live stream like we used to do. So there's a topic, and so we're still feeling our way around each other. But you have to, within like 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, you got to break into the live ad campaign, not the ad, the promotion. And it's hard to do that. Yeah, I'm not asking for ninjas. If you want to chat, it's worth subscribing for a minute if you feel like chatting. So, but each day that I do a live stream, it's a new day, you know. So I don't know if my coffee's still hot, but I get the French press here. It's still a little bit wet. I hope it's not too cold. Lukewarm. I gotta stand up for a second, guys. Don't go away. We're just getting started. I gotta stand up and check that reservoir. All right, well, I'm not live. The backup's not live. Okay, so mic check. Maybe I need a new. This is my original lapel mic from the. I didn't buy it from the sound card. I bought it. Where did I get that from? I bought it by itself, so maybe I just need a new one. I don't know. I don't know. Let's do a sound check here. All right, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, do we have enough light here? We have the. Let's take a look at it. Oh, wrong camera. If I move this, it's hard to balance that because it's not level. But there's the ring light over there. We're not using that for face light now, so it's a very cool light. It's not really a hot light. Yeah, I got the J Mike shirt. I don't wear this very often, but it's here. I got the J Mike shirt. Kindness. I can't remember. Somebody made this for me, and I can't remember. I think it was my nephew. He was here in the beginning. He doesn't stay. Nobody stays, but except the ones that promise to do BG. Nobody stays. So if I do music, right, it'll create a demonetization for the live stream, which is fine. No one's ever gonna at this point in the where are we? We're at this past the 1 hour mark. No one's gonna listen past the 1 hour mark to hear the song, but they're still gonna use the power of copyright and demonetize the live stream. But even so, more people will come in. They'll be like, I'm not sure how this algorithm is working, but more people will would like flock in to watch. What's he doing? What's he doing? So it's not organic views. It's it's YouTube. Whatever they're doing, I didn't, I didn't want my coffee up hot enough. Whatever they're doing, whether they're where they're putting me in the bucket, I don't know. And a lot of the viewers are looking for a female. Those are the men that are chasing women. You have a problem. It's always a problem when you do that. When you chase women, it's a problem. You shouldn't. The most successful guys will always look at the guys with a good-looking woman, and they'll say, "What's the secret?" When people ask me that, I go, "Oh, I'm glad you asked me that." And they don't want it. They always get an answer that they don't want. They don't want to hear it. And Timothy wrote in the John, I think it was John, wrote to Timothy in the Bible, in the book of Timothy, two books of Timothy. People will search for news in the end that soothes their itchy ears, which means you're going to reject the truth. What works doesn't make sense to people because the truth doesn't make sense. Jen Mix, Mega Love shout out. Thank you for stopping in. We were talking about how I changed my life moving to the Philippines. So when you marry the right person, when you're dating the right person, the number one thing is you need to be evenly yoked. I said, what's evenly yoked? You both have to have the same religion. You have to believe that the very first truth is the very first truth. What is that? This is the first truth of all everything in the universe. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There was nothing. And it's three things: time, space, matter. That's so people think, well, there's galaxies billions of light years away, therefore the galaxy is billions of years old. It doesn't work that way. God placed them there and then sent them drifting whichever direction they're going. But he started them that far away. People don't understand that. Do I plan on taking Norma to the U.S. for a visit? Not immediately, because we're going to Versailles in less than 2 weeks. So that's a trip to us. The next trip will be to Australia, and then the next trip will be to um, I believe we're going to go to Tokyo. I'd like to see Hong Kong, but I think Tokyo is in the books before that. So um, we still haven't gone to Australia yet, and because Norma's daughter lives there, so we need to go there. And then Norma's favorite cousin lives in Tokyo, and she's very appreciative of Norma because before she became successful, Norma was the only one that took care of her and gave her stuff. Like things that Norma could afford to give something away to her, for some reason felt close to her. And they're very close in age. There's a little short video that I made it was like almost 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. And where they're dancing. There's like a couple of videos. But I also did a video of her house. There's two regular videos and I think one or two shorts where she's in them, and they're kind of cute. But older women, the majority of viewers on YouTube are younger guys between 18 and 30, or maybe 18 and 45. No, 18 and 40, so right around there. So they're not attracted to women in their 50s. But to me, being 67, I know the difference between the cuteness of a 25-year-old woman and a 50-year-old woman. I know the difference. But for their age, it's cute because they're dancing. 2 years, I was going to contact you, but I haven't gotten around to it. Thanks for stopping in. Canada! Canada! I can't knock you Canadians too much because both my parents are born in Canada. Does that make me Canadian? Oh, they came down and I was born in Maine, the state of Maine, all the way down on the coast. So they weren't that stupid. So going to Visayas and then Australia and then Tokyo, Japan. Um, I don't know when we're going to make it to the U.S. I don't know because flights and all that stuff it just takes away. And I don't want to get into any personal family issues. I was back in Toronto. Wish I wasn't. Yep, you will not regret coming here. On the hottest days, we just went through the hottest part of the year. The heat, it's always between 95 and 90, 98. It was hitting 98, 99 temperature wise, Fahrenheit, but the heat index was like well over 105. Even when it dropped to 95, 94, 95 yesterday, the heat index was still 105. So the humidity is here. And I feel sorry for Canadians, especially if you're paying attention to, and you should pay attention to the news because they're not on your side. They they don't give two shits about the average person. They actually want you to die younger. If you're over 65, they don't care if you don't live much longer. They don't care. The funny thing is, when they're over 65, they're going to have a bundle of money. And unless the money system collapses, which is not likely. These people with billions, you hear about the elites with billions of dollars. They're not spending billions of dollars. They just have a net worth of billions of dollars. It's really hard to understand that because they can't. If it comes time, like when Elon Musk bought Twitter, it was a big deal for him to scrape up that money, and then he didn't have that net worth anymore. But now the value of Twitter is back up, so they're putting the value of Twitter with the value of everything else he's invested in, and then that's his net worth. So if all the billionaires plus everybody, if everyone on Earth attempted to withdraw all their money from banks, the whole system would collapse, and that's what needs to be done. But it's going to be a different thing. 2 years. Too big. Glad to see you. Thanks for coming in anyway. um, so where are we? Where are we? Frogman in and out. Can't make him stay. I can thank him for staying, but I can't make him stay. I can't do it. All I can do is thank you guys for coming in. So we were talking about the Filipinos. A wonderful date for a Filipina would be to sit somewhere with you and watch TV. We started to talk about that. It's an escapist entertainment from financial problems that dominate their personal and cultural lives. Every day is a financial problem for the Philippines. But they don't let it bother them. They escape. When I first started coming here, I didn't know Norma. And I asked my girlfriend, why are you watching this? This is kid stuff. Why are you watching this? It's an escape. She said that to me. It's an escape from real life, and it makes me feel good. And I thought, okay. The things that I enjoy watching don't necessarily make me smile, but um, I can start to understand that now, even though I don't really care for it. But I hated it for so long, but now I like that giggle, the little trending giggle that you hear, and then and then it gets bigger and bigger because it's two separate things put together. It's like they compound it. That's kind of funny now because I'm hearing it more and more. What else? What else? We're in hour number 2. I need music. Music will do it, though, because it'll be a change. change for the better. Let's see what we can do. We get the backup there. I don't think I have two backups going on. I don't want karaoke. I want real music. Real music. That is very debatable, right? Two beers. What's real? Some people prefer blues. That's real music. I think blues is like a jam. It's never really real music, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. This guy, Freedom and Fun. I don't like to make comments about people personally. I like him personally. I think he's a smart guy, and he always has provocative thumbnails, like all these Filipinos in their bikinis, which looks like they're just wearing underwear. I'm talking about, but men get the wrong idea, especially younger men. Oh, I'm just gonna like taste all the girls, and it doesn't work out well, and there's a reason for that. But nobody wants to hear it, so they don't come here to get any information because they don't want to hear that you should mind your P's and Q's. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Where's my music? There it is. We're going to get some music going on just for a second here to change this. So people don't want factual information. They want make-believe. It's like he's not in the Philippines getting girls, but he's doing live streams about girls and dating in the Philippines because he knows it's pain. It's pain. Oh, my music is all backing tracks. Oh, bagels. Let's try this. I don't typically pick this to play, but I will because it showed up. Why did it show up? I don't choose. It's not really my favorite music. Video will play soon. Let's see what's happening. Oh, it's in progress. All right, second hand. It's second hand. Oh, it's karaoke. I don't want karaoke. I don't want karaoke. I didn't pay full attention to that. Music. So, you know why I'm getting karaoke? Because that's what I do on YouTube. So it's all. Oh, here's a fun one. Can't believe he died. So my knowledge of him is when he was younger. That's what you see in the videos.
Everybody stand in one place, do this right here.
But I can't believe Toby Keith has died.
Is that like that, Drew, right there? Because I know what's coming up.
Months,
Mama had the dogs. Check on the children.
He had awesome live streams. I mean, live concerts. Check it out.
You can't stop it. You can only hope to contain the phenomenon that is Red Cellar Cup.
Yeah, baby. There we go.
Who's got one?
I get a red solo cup. You want to get the red solo cups?
I like it. Here we go. Now, Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals. You certainly not have big pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass. Hey,
Yeah. Unless it's a stem glass. But when you drink from a stem glass, you have class. It's not a glass of water. It's a stem glass. Of course, it's usually wine, but you can have. Excuse me, you can have beer. I need a drink. Two beers. Dennis, you are always rearranging your audio. Because I'm an audio guy. He's an audio guy. People used to think I was an audio guy. because I was a DJ. So I know my audio equipment. That doesn't make me a world class audio guy. It's not like that. Hey, you wanna be this? You wanna mix the sound tonight? The engineer is not here. We need a sound guy. It's like I can't do that without a sound check. I don't understand. Oh, you got 24 tracks. I don't understand all the tracks. That would take the show would be over by the time I figure it out. So how are you setting up your computers to be? It's always interesting to know the different things that they do, that different people do. I'm just basically, well, I still have the two computers. I'm thinking of getting a new one, but what difference will that make it? What happens is things are going slowly. That computer, it's my oldest computer, and it's the hard drive is empty because it, there's only like 180 gigabytes used up. 180 gigabytes used up. Now there's 1,000 on the hard drive, so it's fairly empty. I did all the cleanup and um, deleted the history and the browsers and all that stuff. So it's moving a little quicker today, but it's still slow. Now this computer here is a little quicker, but with a smaller hard drive, so I keep running out of disk space because I'm doing videos. I'm mixing videos here, and I got the editors. There's the 2 or 3 editors here that I still had and delete the older ones, the other ones. I'm predominantly using one. Sick Moonfong official, awesome. Thanks for coming in. So I don't delete them; they stay. So it takes up a little bit of space, but with 256 gigabytes of space, what's free? How much is free right now? We got. It changes because I keep downloading my phone here on this one, so it keeps filling up. But let's check the hard drive. Only 35.7 gigabytes free, which is enough to use the editor. So I keep clearing it out. I don't need to have those files there all the time. But Brett Glasser's here. Say hi to Brett, everybody. Sick Modifying Official, 2 beers. Thank ABCB. You're awfully creative. Melanie was in here. Charlene's gone. She said goodbye. Jen Nix. So they're popping in slowly, but another one of those days. I don't know what the best day is. Maybe if I'm consistent, that'll be better for me. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button, guys. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. Why not? It only takes 60 seconds to be a member if you want to chat. That's why that's on. YouTube, Brett, I just smoked one too out on the balcony. Don't smoke the devil's weed, guys. Don't do it. My daughter judges, my youngest daughter, I know this is a family affair, I shouldn't do that. But she judges me by the fact that it's too much information. I guess I shouldn't do that. I bought a new mixer, fairly inexpensive for what you get. Zoom L8 podcast mixer. That means you're going to start doing live streams. Or what are you going to do? Live new mixer, fairly for what you get. Zoom L8. How does the Zoom work? Oh, it's called the Zoom L8 podcast mixer. So you're going to do live streams? Is it going to be a collaboration, or is it just going to be you? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody comes up to talk to me. Let's see. Oh, I can't do that. Can you do that? How can I do that? I can, but I don't want to. I can, but I don't want to. did send it out to a couple of people, but they don't. They have decided not to use the link. ABCD, I sent you a link. If you want to come up here and see a few things, I'll try to keep it family oriented. If I can do that. Until you upset me, then all bets are off. Share the stream. Guys, I would appreciate a thumbs up rather than to share it, but that's okay if you share it. I didn't even share it myself. That's my problem. That's the thing I keep forgetting. Oh, it's about time. All right. It's about time I remember to do that. All right, there we go. Maybe we'll get a few more coming in. Larry Allen died today. We get the Raider news from Brett. It's okay. The Raiders were kind of an important team all through the years. It's like they're still important. Once you historically become important, it stays that way. It's funny how the prognosticators think that New England's going to have a worse season this year than last. How is that possible? How is that possible? Larry Allen was an offensive lineman. Is that correct? Didn't they just had another one die? I forget who that was, but they've had a number of stars die because they were all from the 60s and 70s. That's why. And on steroids too. It shortens your life. It shortens your life, we are finding out. I'm hitting a plateau, but I need more than just coffee. I haven't had any. I didn't even have any juice yet, and it's already 11 a.m. 10:55 a.m. Brett, give me more about Larry Allen. We're almost at the hour and a half mark. It's time to switch the subject. Anything goes after one 60 to 90 minutes. Then anything goes. Whatever's in the chat. Let's talk about Larry Allen. I don't have any. I'm hoping to get a haircut today. Honey, did you make me an appointment? No, I want you to go 8 days from now. No, or 4 days from now. On the 8th. No, I want to go today. I don't want to wait for the 8th. What is the 8th? It's 4 days from now. So, yeah. No, I'm not going on Saturday. She wants me to go within the week before we travel. My hair's not growing that fast, honey. It's still relatively short. It's got some, the back edges are all scraggly now and right here. Gotta shave that off, look younger. So you guys aren't saying enough. Elaborate on that. Yo, Adrian. Yo, Adrian. I'm not making fun of you. I'm having fun with you. Good eye, mate. Good eye from Australia. Thanks for coming in. So, what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna go into the analytics. What am I gonna analyze? What am I gonna analyze? Oh, I'm already done that. All right, we'll get a few viewers. It's better than Friday. Awesome. It's better than Friday. A lot better. Friday was just one of those things. I think they had me shadow banned or something. They didn't put me they put me to the bottom. I stopped, but I was giving Google payments for an ad campaign, and I wasn't getting enough views. It didn't bring in the money that I'm spending. So I thought, well, they're making me pay to do live streams for nothing. So that kind of sucked. Now, they were helping me grow, but not enough. It's not enough, guys. I'm still small. If you're not growing generically, which I was buying I was buying impressions, and they were saying that they're giving me impressions, but and obviously there were views, but not enough. So what I'm doing is I'm going away from shorts and trying to get into making videos, and it's a whole new ballgame. It's like nobody knows me as a video creator, and the video creation is different from the shorts. Shorts is Jeepney oriented. Some of the Jeepney videos I'm talking, but not all of them. They're not face front. They're showing jeepneys. So there's about 5 or 6 of them where I'm talking about the jeepney dilemma, where most of the, if you Google jeepney, you'll get video from the major conglomerates that have the globalists are investing in. Their videos are getting, in their older videos, most of them, that jeepneys are getting, the Philippines are getting rid of the jeepneys. That's not completely true. That's, the president has made that statement, but saying things and getting things done is two different things here. They didn't do it right. Mr. Veggie Burger, who's Mr. Veggie Burger? Who likes the veggie burgers are the product of Bill Gates, who is the most ungodly person on earth. So I just want to let you guys know that. He's trying to get rid of meat. All these years they've been saying that meat is no good for you. That's a product of the narrative of the globalists, namely Bill Gates. That's the reason he's buying land in the U.S. They will soon move and get further ahead on making fake meat, or I should say farmed meat. Now, cows grow on farms, chickens and cows, but they're doing it in cylinder bins like a test tube baby. It's going to be test tube meat. So they're not doing it the real way, right? And then they want to tell you real food's no good for you. Try your veggie burgers. It's not real vegetables. It's not really a veggie burger. You're sticking certain things in there, but the meat part, the fake meat is really not good for you. It's not what you want. It tastes good. I had exactly like two. I had an Impossible Burger and then I had a veggie burger, and I thought they tasted good, but they're up to no good. And it's Bill Gates that's doing it. And we're here to help the population die younger. They want you to die younger. So what are they doing? I'm going to give you something that tastes good with the idea that it's better for you, and it's not. It's like we don't live long enough. We should be living past 100, and we don't, because we're doing the wrong thing. You guys aren't giving me anything, so I can't go by that. Can't go by anything. Snacking in the mall. Filipinas love the malls. Several hours at one of the malls in the Philippines is a fun way to spend a day. I always say, Norma, let's just do some window shopping because we'll do a lot of walking. We have our lunch at the mall once or twice a month for window shopping, to buying her something special, to eating and laughing in the food court, to just sitting on a bench. Sometimes we eat in the food court, but sometimes we go to a specialist restaurant. There's at least 3 big all-you-can-eat featuring sushi. Not just sushi, but featuring sushi. The door now. So sometimes we like that too. It's fun. We get to eat that's your last meal of the day. You're going to eat a lot, drink a lot. We don't usually get drunk, but is it Benny? Water. We need water. No, we need water, honey. We get all empty jugs. We get all empty jugs. So the malls are a great thing. Now there's so many. There's more than 20 or 30 malls in the country. They're not all SM malls. The SM mall has some fantastic malls. There's also Robinsons and more Ayala malls. I'm not looking at any online information. But Filipino malls are fabulous. Whether you're at Robinson's or Ayala malls or SM malls, they're all fantastic. They're not all super mega malls, but even the smaller ones are beautiful. They still have a lot in them, and they're just fun to see. You got the Podium, the Galleria malls. Um, it's just so many, and those are just some of the big ones. Uh, there's a lot of like in the Podium. There's a food court where you can eat cheap. You get good food for cheap, but there's also very expensive restaurants in there too. It's that Podium has everything. Believe it. You don't need to buy a lot for a Filipino to clean service. Just one thing here or there. Snacking in the room after a long afternoon or evening. One of the delights of a Filipino is to relax in the room with her man. Along with that, you can really make her smile if you stop off at a bakery or a produce stand and pick up ample supplies of her favorite pastries, breads, or fruits. Mama loves fruit and bread and pastry. Oh, Thai massage. We get our masseuse makes house calls. We can have her come almost any time. For you pay a little more. It's like 300 or 400. She charges 5, but it's in the bedroom on a comfortable bed. We don't have to go anywhere. So Brett, why aren't you talking about Larry Allen? These are older guys, like very old men. Um, I believe he was a Raiders Hall of Fame. Let's see. Whenever there's Raider news, he called. Yeah, he was an offensive lineman. Let's see. This is Cowboys. Did he play? Oh yeah. What am I was just assuming he was a Raider because Brett gave me the names. Primarily with the Dallas Cowboys. So who did he play for? 49ers. Okay, so he wasn't. I guess he wasn't a Raider. But I heard of him. I just couldn't remember. He played in the 80s. Yeah, he's younger. He was he played into the 80s. I think in his career. When was his career? Born in 71. How old? There was somebody years ago that insinuated that all or most of the Cowboys and Raiders were on steroids at some point in their lives. And Steelers too. Steelers, Cowboys, Raiders. And isn't it funny they were the top teams? So put that in your pipe and smoke it, guys. Steelers, Cowboys, Raiders. Top teams, all on steroids. Thank you so much. Yep. The peak audience comes in. I usually find this to be true in the first hour to 90 minutes. That's when so we are almost at the 100-minute mark. Well, let's see. Let's see how far along we are. So, guys, subscribe to Norma. Norma's another person. She's a small YouTuber. She's got the 1,000 subscribers, but she's not posting consistently. But she has some good videos, but not posting consistently. It's hard to build your channel, guys. That's why the successful channels are small companies, and some of them are big companies. Mr. Beast is a large company. He's like Fox. It's unbelievable. He's got a lot of offers. He's hesitant to leave YouTube because with YouTube, he gets all the views and everything he wants. All the views, all the money, and he gets to do what he wants. So why leave that? I find it hard to believe that he's spending all the money. You don't need all the money. Money, I guess, should be spent. Like the net worth of Klaus Schwab is $1 million, but I know he has access to more. He just doesn't post it. It's not in his, probably in all his children's accounts and stuff like that. I don't know for sure. You can call it speculation, but where the hell else do you think it is? Thai massage. Filipinos and Filipinas love massages. I can only speak for Filipinas. I don't really. The only Filipinos I know are my dentist's husband and the cousins and nephews that we have, and his brothers. That's it. Brothers, nephews, and cousins. That's all the Filipinos I know. And the grab drivers. When you get a grab driver, it's always a man. I smell something good. Smell something good. What can we talk about? This keeps going on pause. Whenever I. Alright, so. There we go. So, still a young man. So, 20 years ago would have been this decade. When was his career? Let's see. He joined. Larry Allen went into the Hall of Fame in 2013. He joined in 2006. He joined the 49ers. I guess he was drafted. And then in 1994, oh, he was drafted by the Cowboys in '94. Then in '06 he went to the 49ers. What do we have here? 11-time Pro Bowler, played in Dallas for 12 years, winning the Super Bowl in '96. I wasn't with those early times. Before a brief 2-year stay with the 49ers. Okay, so mostly the Cowboys. I thought he was on the '92 and '93 team. But it doesn't say that. What do we have here? Let's show it. We have omelet and mango. And I think this is OJ. Let's give it a shot. The mango came down today. And egg. How am I going to eat this, Mama? How am I going to eat that? I'm going to have to drop that lid. I don't want to, but I will. That lid has to go down because I need somewhere for the plate to stick. There's no room here anymore. There's no table space. It's all coffee and a pad of paper, the two mouses, the sound card, and the computers. Shane Fit Workout is here. Thanks for stopping in, Shane. Awesome. So people want to stop in, they want to say hello, but then not too much. So nobody wants to lead me in the chat. Honey, that is a muscle up, delicious omelet. Sobrang sarap. Thanks for stopping in, Shane Fit Workout. Thank you. So, my mind was not going to sleep, but failure to wake up, failure to lunch. So instead of talking about old Hall of Famers, such to die at 53, I don't know. He's going. May the Lord give him peace. Now they say, Christians say, that you can't or shouldn't pray for the dead. But that doesn't mean you can't pray to God and say, God, I pray that you forgave him, and that he did at one time ask you for forgiveness, and I'm praying because I'm a caring soul. I guess you could do that. I don't want to say anything out of hatred. I don't. So let's talk India. Let's talk India. Where is India.com? Let's go to the real. They're always talking about. I don't know why we're here. Why the hell this? Why? I hate going to sites that I've never been on because I don't like the way they work. Why am I getting this? Pop-ups, I hate them. So, I didn't read the story, so I don't know how I'm going to talk about it. Other than the Celtics are favored. All the talking heads like the Mavs because they have Doncic and Irving. Hercules watching from back in North Dakota. What's going on? What's going on in North Dakota? Just traveling. So I think in basketball, I think they're underrated because they think the stars are gonna like come through. I think the Celtics are too much for everybody. Doesn't matter who their opponent is. People say it's all about matchups. Um, I think they're too much for everybody. Everyone thinks, well, what happened 6 or 7 years ago, that's going to happen again. That's not true. 6 or 7 years ago, Brown and Tatum were teenagers, and you just got your tooth pulled. Ew! I had all my teeth done at once. That was excruciating. About 2 years ago. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. When I first got here, well, it took me a couple of months, but 2 to 3 months before I started going, and then I just went every day for 2 more months, 2.5 months, and got most of my teeth worked on because I had neglected them. Yet I needed a dental visit right a little before COVID, which I put off, and then COVID hit, and then so I put it off a lot longer. And then I just decided, you know what, I might as well do everything necessary. and got a good deal. Thank you so much. So I have not gone to the little boy's room. I went to the reservoir and got more coffee, but I didn't go to the boys' room. And I'll be right back, guys. Thank you, Hercules, for stepping in. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah, we need music. What are we going to do with music? Oh, this might be interesting. No, it won't. I can't do it. All right, sorry, guys. It's okay. YouTube takes it. YouTube takes the money. You know that, right, Hercules? YouTube, I haven't been paid in a couple of months. YouTube takes it. You don't help me out. Oh, Google, I tried something, which is Google is doing, buying promotion where they say, I don't know if it's true, but they say we did, 100,000 impressions and you got almost 11,000 views out of it. But 300 or 400 subscribe to your channel. So I don't know if that's helping with channel growth. I don't know. We're not pumping out videos like a corporation. The successful channels are like our corporations that are with a great front person, and smart, like Patrick Bet David, Jordan Peterson, Mr. Beast. Um, there's a lot of others. Lion of Judah. There's so many people working for those companies that they almost can't fail. And for YouTube to have glitches where you become unsubscribed to people that you watch, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Not love. That's not. It said this is the greatest cover ever. Best cover ever. Not possible because I made the greatest cover ever on that. Thank you, John, for the $4.99. Thank you so much. That's approximately $2.50, maybe $2.60 in pesos. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Norma's here, guys. Say hello to Norma. Hercules, Brett, Norma. There's a few. Thanks for stopping by. So awesome. All my music is karaoke or backing tracks. Oh, here's a song. Can't play it. It's on the wrong. It's on the wrong computer. I can't play it. Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. I gotta say hello to Miss Jeepney. She went. See how long she's been live. Gotta run the ads. Shopee. She's running Shopee. Who is that? It's Asazumi. I can't hear them. Let's listen in. Oh, can't do it. Let's listen in. Okay, Mike. Getting a shout out. Asazumi TV.
Yan, gawin ko na si Pilipina mga kaibigan. And we are proceeding to our last game.
He has that radio voice. He's got that radio voice, so which I struggle to have. I don't have that. I'm not born with it. I'm looking for. I thought I was out of water, but I'm not. So back to the NBA. I think the Celtics are going to win it all. Let's look at this story about Kyrie Irving. So the Mavericks were sorry about that, guys. I'm finishing that. Whenever she feeds me, I start eating, and then my mind leaves what I'm talking about. It's hard to eat and talk. That's why they don't eat on TV. There was this little bar in Boston back in the 80s. And it was very close to Channel 7, which was, they switched networks. I forget, it was one of the major networks, ABC, I think. And their nighttime news team used to show up at like 11:35, like right after the news. They would come in for a drink. They wouldn't really get drunk, but they would have like 2 beers. Did you hear that? 2 beers? They would have 2 beers. Columbia fans back, welcome back. Hercules is here, Norman's here. So they would come in for a couple of beers. They would still have I forget the host's name, Jack something. But no, Tom. I forgot it's been 40 years. So he would still have the suit on, the tie would be pulled down. We would just have we'd have a couple of Columbia fan do tell us some secrets. Tell us. Darren told me a lot about stuff about some people. Yeah, don't believe everything, but you can tell me. I'll sort of what I think is true. I have a knack for finding the truth fairly quickly. He wants me back to collaborate with him, but I don't know why. It didn't. I mean, it was okay for a while, but then it just fizzled out, and I just thought, I'm done with this. I don't like the idea of people coming up just to sit there. You have to. Someone has to shut up when one person's talking. You can only have one person talking. You can have a back and forth. It's hard to do that. I do that in my new format with regular length videos, regular videos, I'm tuning up with normal, and it's hard to do that. When I say hello, that's easy, but then to make the whole video, I got to figure out a way to get her involved. It's easier said than done, because the problem is she's concentrating on her own live streams. It's not. It's not YouTube. It's a different platform. So they're live almost 24/7. It's like 17 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like always live because they take turns going on each other's live stream. A lot about stuff about some people here. So, how much did he tell you about the girls he was seeing or talking to? Because you didn't see all the girls he was talking to. I don't know why that doesn't seem to go away. It's funny how the truth doesn't go away. Think twice about your desires, guys, because the truth doesn't go away. Here we go. Right? Colombia has remarkable movie clips. I think that if everyone should connect with Colombia and check out some of them. I remember when I first heard that, everyone was like, "Yeah, it's a great phrase. I'm back." I can't even remember who said it. They're back. Just that it's exciting to hear it, I guess. I don't know. This is Magaspan. Not right. Translate. Wrong word. Hinog. Hindi pa hinog. She doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't. Hindi pa hinog. Some of the adjectives I forget the exact meaning. If you pick them, did this one fall? Because it doesn't seem right. Hindi pa hinog. Colombia. If Darren's criticizing women, that makes him an ungodly person. You don't do that because you're not supposed to leave your woman and criticize her among men. That's the most ungodly thing that you can do. But Halfwit says if you reveal truth about men, it better be true or you are a sinner. And that's sinners are ungodly and it's not going to go well for you. Right, Halfwit? Good eye, Mike. I just realized Friday I didn't go very long, and I had a low viewer count, and then I realized a lot of my viewers come in when I stay for over 3 hours. I mean, a lot of my regulars come in like in the third and fourth hour. I usually don't go much more than 4 hours, but if I do, they're in like later into the third hour. It's just a thought that bounced through my head. What are you gonna do? All you can do is go live and see what happens. You will starve. Colombia, spill some dirt. Are we talking about men or women? I'm not sure what's wrong with my sound. No, I'm good. I might have to buy a new mic, but I don't know what to buy. Souvenirs, what should I buy? I'm not sure what to do about it. Maybe that's the problem. How's that? Let me go into my. Hello. No, something's wrong with my audio, and I'm not sure what's causing it. I'm not sure. So it's really, I wasn't hearing that before. I'm not sure. Never sure. Yeah, let me know if you just got an ad, guys. It's hard to figure out what YouTube is doing. They keep making changes. Hindi pa hinog, honey. Oh, they tell me my mic's not good. I don't know what to buy. I got the latest phone. Oh, you know what? Tell me if this works. Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Which one is better, the first one or the last one? Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Sounds the same to me. All I'm doing is unplugging it, but I did that twice already. The first one or the last one? We'll leave it the way it is then. I don't know. Mike has been very, very good to me, but it is like 3 years old now, almost. Yeah, about that. I forget when I got this computer. Maybe 4 years old. I'm losing track of time by the year. I don't always use it, so I don't know. I usually figure things out by trial and error. Usually how I figure things out. Jay, you're a good son, man. No, it's just plugging things in and trial and error. That's it. Uh, oh, how do I change? Get some water in this building, honey. All right. As long as the complainer said it's better, that's a good thing, I guess. I've been eating for a while, huh? It's been like a half hour. I eat slow. Hard to eat and talk. Hard to eat and talk. Sorry about that. Okay, that's better. There's a huge delay on the live stream. I don't know why. It looks refreshed. I don't have to refresh it anymore. Now we're running ads. Why am I getting Barbie ads? Why? Why? All right, so what can we talk about? I was watching like NFL news. There's not much to talk about now in between what's going on. So they tell you who they think is going to win the title. Based on what? Last year? That's what they do. They think everything's going to be last year. Plus, then they'll lean towards what they wish. And they'll choose that. It's like, best case scenario for the Bears are they get to the Super Bowl. But they don't win. That's the best case scenario. According to Eisen. I forgot Eisen's name. Rich Eisen. According to Rich Eisen, that's ridiculous. Best case scenario for everybody is they get to the Super Bowl. But he's thinking what's possible. Okay, so they took the top draft pick, so therefore, but they didn't have the first pick in every round. They only had the first pick in the first round. So some guys on the Bears don't think he's better than Justin Fields. But all the people that love the draft, they think, oh no, he's the guy. I think he's not the guy. I think he is woke, and they're going to be sorry. That's what I think. Now, some people that end up sorry for a draft pick, they'll get some play out of him, some good play out of him, but then in the long run, they'll say, he's not worth it. Like, everyone had a chance to get Lamar Jackson, but nobody picked him except the Baltimore Ravens. He wasn't a high draft pick. But they haven't been to the Super Bowl either. Let's see. What are we talking about? We're talking about anything and everything. We started with how I changed my life moving to the Philippines. Things got better because I'm yoked with the right woman, the woman who puts God first. We pray twice a day, minimum. We go to church about half the time. You know, we don't. It's not like we're not all in on all the church activities. Church isn't going to necessarily save anybody, but they can help. It can help. So that's what we do. The most important thing is Norma's family, which is why we have to travel to Australia. We're going to Souvenirs, which is family, and then Australia, which is the most immediate family. That needs to be done. So, and it should be fun. Norma keeps saying, "You're gonna have fun, Jay. It's fun." Thank you so much. That's right. We got a raid going on. Let's see. Watching now. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thank you for the raid. Jeepney in the USA is live right now. I need a new mic, I guess. I wonder. Now I have the J mic, but we're not using that right now, so I need a lapel mic for the phone. What can we talk about? Oh, the NBA. So it's all about Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. The Mavs were dominated, and they only played twice, but they were dominated by the Celtics in the regular season, and it looked easy. No matter how good Doncic and Irving were doing, it looked easy for the Celtics to score and keep the lead and drive up the lead. Now, you can always say, well, things change. Um, I don't expect a sweep, but it's just hard to predict. People are used to seeing, well, the Celtics are going to drop out because they always go deep, but they don't win. That's what they said about Peyton Manning, and John Elway. And it's never all when they finally win. It's never all about the one person. Like, look, Doncic is great. They're going to win. No, it's not about one person. They can be overwhelmed by the total team barrage that they're going to get from the Celtics. The Celtics can come in with 2 3-point shooters off the bench. Not to mention all 5 starters. Actually, maybe even three guys off the bench that can shoot threes all very well. So you just never know. You don't know. Nothing's written in stone yet because we are tired of drama on YouTube. So, Columbia, I want to hear some Barrett. Give me a couple of scenarios. Because he's got no dirt on me, that's for sure. Oh, a poll was conducted of Filipino women. Let's see if I can use that. Hold on. There. I might be able to use this. Hold on. I click stay signed in, but they make me sign in every day. In a poll we conducted of Filipino women, 65% of them don't care where they live as long as it's with a loving partner. It's easy to say things until you go through it, and then you realize, this ain't what I signed up for. 65%, I mean, that's about 2 out of 3. Most Filipinos are more interested in finding a great husband than choosing where they live. That's great news for you if you live in the West. So if you want to live in the Philippines, great. It's a beautiful place. But if you'd rather live in your own country, be it Canada, Australia, England, or America, no problem. She'd be happy to follow you there. And if you need help with that, go into my description and click either link number 1 or link number 2. If you need visa help, click link number 2. And it's worth it. Whatever the price is, don't say that's not worth it because it's worth getting the right woman to be your wife. Telling me over and over again what I have to say or what I don't. Darren, I don't mind Darren. Brett is such a loser. But you gave me some dirt on Darren, but you don't have to do anything that I tell you to do. You opened the door, so I thought, okay, what is the dirt? What's the dirt? Aaron told me a lot of stuff about some people there. So you opened the door. So I said, "Oh, what did he say?" And now I'm not getting anything. So I don't know what reasoning you have behind you like Darren, but Brett is such a loser. And I think the opposite. I'll only say two things about Darren that I've already done. I got nothing else to say, so I'm not going to. The two is bad enough, so that's all that's required. Mom keeps saying, "Jay, let that go, let it 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 go." Can't choose a woman. He's got girl. The problem is chasing women. That's the problem. If you chase women and you've got more than one that you're talking to, you don't have one. I joked about that so many times, and he thought it was stupid. So if you can't listen, if you're unwilling to listen, or you don't know the difference of what you're listening to, then you're never going to have good things in your life. But that and the fact that he sent me an apology video about a day or two after he did something ridiculous, something that you can't apologize for. You can't just grab Filipinos for sex. It doesn't work that way. You told me to my face you were here to see your fiance in a couple of days, but you're not in Cebu yet. That you came here first to meet some friends. That's fine, but then you grab somebody uh, um, very inappropriately, and you did something regretful, and then you sent me an apology, which proves that I'm not lying. Um, so you can't think you can't you can try to apologize, but you don't owe me an apology. You owe it to Jay herself. There's a woman named Jane Jay. Yeah, you didn't know Jay from Jeepney, and then you just thought you would do that, and then I thought you were here to see your fiance. You want me to tell your fiance? Oh no, she's a secret. The reason that's disrespectful to have a secret fiance. That means you don't have a fiance, because if you were married, especially if you were married on vacation in the Philippines, that would be a big video. That doesn't exist. There's no video matching you with a Filipino. Doesn't exist. Why is that? Well, I'm a philanthropist. Where are the charity videos? If I was saying that I'm a charity, I would have charity videos, and it would be more than one. You know, Brett, you could pretend to be a woman and get Brett to say something to you. That doesn't make him a liar. Or to continue to say you were saying you have fiancés back long before you met the person that you saw in Cebu when you left here. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. This has nothing to do with Great Russia. Brett's trying to carbonate whatever that is for himself too, but maybe he doesn't understand women either. I don't know. It's not really my concern right now. It's funny how people tell you stuff, Columbia, but they won't tell me because I'm out here talking. I won't say anything ungodly. Sometimes the truth feels, if you're, we're all sinners, but if you're still like, deep in your sin, whatever it is, the truth kind of sucks. It, it, it stabs you, it sticks you in the gut. And you don't want to hear it. So I'm not calling him a loser. I'm just saying he doesn't listen. And then when I say one thing, he says another. I don't want to hear that. No, you can't say that. Why? Because the truth is a conspiracy theory. Most of the governments on Earth are creating their own conspiracy theories, and then they're running news programs telling you not to listen to any independent news. Don't listen to independent news. They're creating conspiracies. Oh, really? All the conspiracy theories have come true. I sound like Daffy Duck underwater. Well, I know that's not true because I keep listening to my sound check. So, but in this format, I've always used this. Is it wearing out and getting old? I don't. Do I just need to buy a new one? I don't know. You're tired of the drummer on YouTube? Well, the drummer on YouTube brings eyeballs and ears to the stream. That's for sure. So that's what they're doing about that, Columbia. So something's wrong with the mic. Yeah, I need something to bring my voice out, but right now I don't have it. And it's on. It only has one volume. I don't know what I can do about it right now. What? I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. So should I just buy a new mic? And which one should I get? I don't want to buy $100 lapel mic. That won't be good. But spend too much and then that doesn't work either. I'm stuck with it. Returns are not welcome here in the East. I don't know how to get that done. Unless they show up with the thing in my hand. It's hard to do that. They usually plug stuff in when you buy it. It works. Don't bring it back. That's what we bought an electric oven. It can cook a big bird, maybe a small turkey, among other things. We cook ribs, big ribs. We cooked them the other 2 nights ago. So they opened it up, took it all out, and plugged it in to show us that it was working and heating up. So you think it's because it's aging that it's getting worse? Is that possible, or is it just either working or not working? Two Bear says it has a low, boomy, hollow sound, making it hard to understand you. So is that gradual, or is it just the way it is? It either works or it doesn't work. That's what I don't understand now. I can get a new one. I could do that. We could get a new mic. I don't know why that's happening though, unless it's just getting worse. I don't know. So we'll continue this live stream and then I'll look into getting another one. Let's see, I got a bit of haircut today. I'll look younger. Honey, make me an appointment for 3 o'clock. I gotta get a haircut today. What time? Okay. Another major disappointment. I hate putting things things off. I do that enough so when I want to do something, I don't want to put it off because I'm a procrastinator, which doesn't do me any good. All right, so I need a new mic, honey. This one's no good. I don't know. I don't know much about mics. I'll figure that out. I'll see. The phone seems to be a good enough phone. I don't know what else to say to you guys. Then I gotta take it. I'll be right back. All right, thanks for waiting, guys. All right, thank you for waiting, guys. So you think that the sound of that lapel mic that's just the way it is when it was new? I guess he's gone. He's gone or something. I don't know. Oh, did we even put? We didn't. We didn't put that out there. Hold on. Hold on. Add guest. Copy link.